Welcome back to my little luxury series. Little things that I do to help elevate my everyday in little ways. Sometimes they're bougie, sometimes they're budget friendly. It just kind of depends on my mood. But today's little luxury is all about these 3 incredible fragrances that I just got from Scent Split. Not a sponsored video. You want to know about these because yeah, these you don't want to miss this. Hey sugar, I'm Really Black Magnolia, your favorite bougie babe, bringing you all your bougie but budget-friendly tips and faves, and a little bit of everything in between. Today, on part 2 of the Little Luxury series, I want to talk about my favorite way to try out perfumes, and that is through Scent Split. I've used Scent Split in the past, but I've always played it safe, and I've just used it for perfumes that I already knew that I kind of liked. But this time, I have decided that I was going to try some niche fragrances that are on the way more expensive side, and if I actually want to buy them, I wanted to try them out because you know my motto is try before you buy, especially when it comes to fragrance. And if I'm gonna be a little bit bougie and get myself something a little bit more luxurious, I want to make sure that it's going to work. So I have 3 perfumes for you today that are niche, that are beautiful, and that are absolutely luxurious. They scream quiet luxury, and I think that you need them in your arsenal. So let's get into it. So in this video, I'm going to be looking down a little bit and talking from my notes. There's a lot of info and I want to make sure that I give it to you the correct way. So the first one is a perfume that came out last year by Marc-Antoine Barrois, and it is Tilia. It is so beautiful. I have had my nose on this one for probably about, I would say 5 months. 5 or 6 months. The very first time I sprayed it, I thought this is what every trophy wife smells like. And I don't aspire to that. That's not what I'm saying, but I feel like a woman who doesn't do anything all day, but just enjoy life. Not even a trophy wife, just a trust fund baby. I don't know. It just smells expensive to me. And to get all the information on this perfume, we are going to go to our favorite website or app, Parfumo. If you didn't see the short that I did about it, or watch my designer-inspired Amazon fragrance video, you need to go over there and do that. I'll leave the link right here for you and down in the description box, but let's finish this video first, and then you can go over there and learn all about Parfumo. So, Parfumo gives Tilia 8.1 out of 10, and it is well-deserved. It says, floral, fresh, synthetic, sweet, and creamy. Now, I do get a little bit of the synthetic out of it, but it's not synthetic in a bad, cheap way. It is a beautiful fragrance, and I bought it in the 9 milliliter because I have already loved it, and I want to commit to the full bottle to see how it sits and macerates a little bit longer because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't something that was going to turn into less of a passionate affair and more of an acquaintance. And it's doing the things that it needs to do. It is phenomenal, and I think in the 9 mil, this was $49.99. The full bottle will run you about $288. So not crazy expensive, but definitely not a blind buy. You gotta love this one. It is like, it just smells expensive and elevated and luxurious. It makes me super happy. The notes on this one, weird ones, weird notes like broom. Yeah, okay, listen. So linden tree, ambroxan, heliotrope, broom, jasmine sambac, vetiver, and woody notes. I don't know broom. I don't know broom. I'm new with this whole fragrance thing, so I'm gonna look up broom and what that is, but whatever it is doing the damn thing in this perfume. It's divine. It just smells expensive and rich and fancy. It smells very like, I feel like this is like gala or red carpet perfume. It's just, it is everything luxurious in a bottle. And that is Marc-Antoine Barrois' Tilia. Next, we have Queening by Mind Games. I actually smelled this one and the Tilia for the very first time together at Neiman Marcus when I was there perfume shopping. And I loved it. And I thought, oh, I want to buy it. It is not an inexpensive perfume. I wanted to make sure I gave myself a little bit of time in between when I smelled it first and like just running off and doing it because it's fantastic. It's phenomenal. However, not a cheap date. So Queening, let me get you the info on this. And this is why we love Parfumo, because we can literally just type in fragrance on our computer There it is, Queening Mind Games. This fragrance came out in 2023. And what I love about Parfumo is that it tells you the nose behind the perfume as well. So you can start to see if you like a certain kind of fragrance, who the nose behind those fragrances are, and then look for different fragrances and perfumes that they have made, and typically probably gonna like just about all of them. So you're not just looking for a specific perfume, but a specific perfumer. Just a little side note there. Queening gets an 8 out of 10 on Parfumo. And this one is apple, coconut, vanilla, iris, musk, cotton, cypress, rum, sandalwood, and saffron. It's very light and it is very musky. The sillage on it is okay, but you gotta layer this one with something else, or you gotta put on a lot of like moisturizer and Vaseline and baby oil if you want this scent to last, because I don't know, it doesn't have long lasting power, but I feel like you'll still smell it on your skin throughout the day, but it's not gonna project as much. I do love it though, but that's why I did get it in the, I believe this is the 5 ml. I did love it when I smelled it in the store. I wanted to have enough of it in the sample size to be able to like really give it an opportunity to see, did I just not spray enough on? Like, in the right spots, like what did I wear the perfume properly? I did wear it properly. I don't think it lasts very long. And for the price, a 100 ml bottle of Queening is going to cost you about $400. So definitely not something that I would just say, listen to reviews online by people like me telling you that it's a fabulous scent and run out and buy it. I would say go to Scent Split or go someplace else like a Scentbird or somewhere, because again, this is not a sponsored video. Scent Split, if you would like to sponsor me, feel free, and I will tell them all about you. But yes, I would definitely say if you like a good musky, coconutty fragrance, this one is definitely going to be for you. It's not going to last very long, but it is a really lovely, light, quiet luxury, elevated fragrance. 5 ml on Scent Split is $29.99. So if you do like it, don't necessarily have the $400 to blow on the perfume, little luxury number 2. And last but not least, this was a blind buy for me because I saw a lot of people talking about it online, and I am a sucker for a tuberose fragrance. I absolutely love any and all things tuberose, but sometimes you get got, and I have been got quite a lot. There I go rhyming again. So good at these things. Just let me pull this up and I'm going to give you the notes. This one gets a 7.5 out of 10 on Parfumo, and it is Nishane's Tuberoza. I did not, when I first smelled this, I loved it. And then I sat with it for a minute and I was like, ooh, maybe I don't love it. Maybe it's a little bit too, is it ambery? I don't know. Is there amber in this? I don't know what it is. But then I wore it a third time and I fell in love with it. It is a sexy, rich, white floral that just does not quit. It is such a beautiful hot weather perfume. I absolutely adore it. And I got it in the 5 milliliter. Again, I only tried it because I heard it all hyped up on the internets. And I am so glad that I did. And I am so glad that I gave it more than just one shot. Here are the notes in the Tuberoza. It is top notes of ylang ylang, mugwort, orange, orange blossom, heart notes of jasmine, Mexican tuberose, gardenia, and then another flower that I am not going to butcher the name of. I'm going to put it right here for you because I want to pronounce it properly. I think it's... Okay, in Spanish, it is tajetes. In English, tajitis. Plot twist, they're marigolds. Flippin' marigolds. Couldn't we have just said that, Tuberoza? I'm not going to pronounce it. We're not going to do that. Sandalwood, musk, amberwood, and vetiver. And I knew that there was amber in this somewhere because I don't love amber in a fragrance, but if it's not in the top, if it's more in the base note, not in the heart note of the fragrance, it usually will calm down. And when everything kind of like lands there, that's what I'm wearing today. It makes it a little bit softer. And that is exactly what happens with this. The opening of the Tuberoza is you're hit in the face with those white florals and that ylang ylang, and you're smelling all of that. It's very floral heavy at first. It is not a sweet fragrance at all. It is very floral and very ambery. It's not in an offensive way. It's a very beautiful, I think, strong perfume. And I don't mean strong in like just its projection. I feel like it is a very, like it's a confident perfume. It's a confident fragrance. It's like something that someone wears and you think, she knows herself. And that is how I feel when I wear this perfume. And it makes me feel fancy. It really does. There's just something about it. I don't like sweet like sugary fragrances. I like floral, complex fragrances that have a depth to them. And I really feel like Tuberoza delivers that. And I did get it in the 5 ml. And I have decided that of these 3 little luxuries that I have for myself, that the Tilia and the Nishane are the 2 that I am going to invest in for full bottles. I do really love the Queening. It's a beautiful fragrance. I think it's a very pretty, coconutty kind of a fragrance. However, it just doesn't do it for me. But I think I will use this all up, and I might even, you know, buy another one, another little 5 milliliter of the Queening. But I think more than anything, what I love about the Mind Games fragrances are the bottles. They are absolutely beautiful. All this whole line Queening and all the other different chest pieces, the tops of them, fantastic. They're absolutely beautiful, but I did not want that to be the reason that I bought the perfume. I want to just buy it for the bottle. That's silly. I've done that before, so I would be lying if I said I didn't. But of these 3 little luxuries that I got for myself, I would say my top 2 that I'm going to invest in are the Tuberoza by Nishane and the Tilia by Marc-Antoine. Absolutely love them. I think that they are perfect for the summer. I feel like they are good daytime to nighttime transition fragrances. If you're thinking more like nighttime, little black dress in the evening, the Tilia, and for a daytime sundress, brunch, lunch on the beach, Tuberoza. Both incredible fragrances. And I would say more for like just hanging out around the house, just want to smell more like your skin, but a little bit coconutty and summery, go with the Queening. But those are my 3 little luxuries, because around here we are bougie, but we are budget friendly. So we're always going to start out with the sample and the try before you buy when it comes to the perfume. But I'm going to lean into being a little bit more bougie and buying those 2 because I absolutely love them. And I have loved how they have sat and turned into something wonderful. So let me know down in the comments below if you have used Scent Split before. I know in one of my other videos, people told me about a few other perfume sample places that they have gone to, but you want to make sure you find one that you can trust, because sometimes you don't know if they're decanting out of some weird bottle that's not the actual fragrance. And I wanted to go with somebody reputable, and I did a lot of research, and Scent Split just kept coming up and getting really good reviews. And so I tried them because I love my little luxuries and the little ways that I elevate my everyday. And one of those little ways is through scent. And scent is just, I feel like it carries through not just on my body, but in my home as well. So that's going to be the next one. That'll be the next video where we talk about not just scenting myself, but my space, because that is another little luxury that I love. So in the meantime, sugar, if you have made it this far with me, make sure you like the video, because that is how we let the algorithm know that other people should like the video too. And if you could, head down to that subscribe button, click it, turn on your notification bell, and that way you will never ever miss a little luxury or a little upload every now and then. And I will see you in the next video.